Can I ask you an honest question? Who in their right mind would ever want to work with you? Seriously. Now, I know that you are in front of this video, in front of a computer, but you're not in front of me right now. But go ahead and just answer anyway. Who in their right mind would want to help someone that has literally defrauded creditors, that has clearly not been able to pay their bills, yet they think by just hiring some sort of credit expert, they can magically remove all the mistakes that they made financially? The thing about mistakes in life is that when you make mistakes, you have to own up to them and you have to pay for them. So this video, I know it might seem a little harsh, like I'm bullying people, but I'm actually not bullying you. I have no care to do so. I'm just making it apparent to you that unless you change your actions, your credit score is going to forever stay the same. And if you are lucky enough to do some trick that you found from some YouTube video that you saw and get your credit clean, which is highly unlikely, it won't be long until you actually go back in the same position or even worse than when you first started the credit repair journey. Let me tell you something. Every day I get call after call, and I'm just so sick of it. I see people sending out disputes that, look pretty good. What do I mean by good? Something like this. Observe. Something like this. Observe. You got structure, you got the name, you got the name of the creditor, you got these special codes that look so cool and so technical, and it just looks super good on paper, right? But it doesn't work. And it makes you wonder. I'm sure it's made you wonder why it hasn't worked. Why does it seem like I'm doing everything but nothing's working? Let me tell you the reason. It's because all the information, because I'm in the credit repair industry, and I think you should probably listen to me because I've been in the industry for 13 years and I've worked on thousands of clients and I have a very good track record. I want you guys to do yourself a favor and make sure that the person that you're speaking with, I want you guys to do yourself a favor and make sure the person that you're watching has credentials and knows what they're talking about. So in the video description, I have included a playlist, which you can see right here on the video. There's over 120 video case studies where in fact there's usually more than one customer that I'm showcasing that I got results for. And when I begin to watch that playlist myself and recall the so many lives I've changed, not only is it remarkable, but let me tell you how difficult it was to work with those clients. Well, let me correct myself. It wasn't difficult to work with all of them, just their file was difficult. Knot after knot I had to untie and just really grind to my nose and ears would bleed to get those results that you saw. And none of those things were easy. I know I make it sound like it's easy, but it wasn't. And a lot of it consisted of lots of brain work, collaboration with my mentors, and just flat out luck. I take that back. Luck, in my definition, is when chance meets opportunity, but when you're smart enough and diligent enough, the opportunity will not only present itself to you, but you would strike if you're diligent enough. And so that's my definition of luck. So when you think about it, I created my own luck for my clients. There's a saying, it goes something along the lines like this. Talent hits a target nobody else can hit, but genius hits a target nobody else can see. and that's me. The things that I see may be criticized if you're stupid or just not on my level, and it's completely okay. I don't expect normal people to see, especially in this industry, because there's a lot of wannabes in this industry that claim that they know what they're doing, but when you look at their reports, their credit reports, they have bankruptcies on their own report, and they're still financing $30,000 automobiles. Now, why is that a problem? I think that's a problem because if you are going to work with a credit expert, make sure that they are not a sucker in business and in credit, because to finance a Chevy Silverado or even a Ford Frontier or whatever is a complete waste of money in the financial sense. And so if you are going to talk about the subject of credit, make sure that the person is still not financing their vehicles. They're either paying for them in cash, because a car is a depreciating asset. And if you're going to try to have this position of you being a influencer or a financial expert, you better be giving people good, sound financial advice, especially people that have deemed themselves and have proven themselves to be financially illiterate. So that's why my company is called Pinnacle Credit Management, because more often than not, the reason why I chose Pinnacle Credit Management instead of Pinnacle Credit Repair, to which I do own Pinnacle Credit Repair, but Pinnacle Credit Management would be the main company, the main brand, the vision, the story of managing people's credit, the pinnacle of management and credit. And that's what I do. And that's why I make videos like this until I'm literally blue in the face. These videos are for you. I try my best to make sure that I give out as much valuable information. Although I'm not in the business of selling my secrets. I'm not in the business of selling my secrets, because if I were to give you my secrets, you just end up like this guy that wrote that letter, this person that wrote that letter, this person that tied themselves in a knot. You wouldn't necessarily know how to apply my secrets in my unique way for your unique situation. Because the problem with people is when they look for credit repair advice is that they are trying to find a one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter solution that is not meant for your specific file. And so what I tend to find when I work with a client is that it takes a lot of rigorous forensic work by backtracking their prior reports to find as much context as humanly possible. And to be quite frank with you, when clients hire me, oftentimes I tell them to wait 3 months and do nothing at all. Can you believe that? This is the amount of trust that my clients have because of my reputation that I've built over the years. And it's been a business and a service that I provide that I don't regret starting this business. The main reason why I do it is because people like you share my videos and call me and literally beg me for help. And so I find it a pleasure and an honor to help you as long as you're willing to listen to me instead of arguing. Make no mistake, if your credit score is 548 or even below 600, mine is not 600. Mine is well above 700, and it's been that way for a while. I have zero debt and no derogatory items on my credit, and this is something that I can prove. I've been able to get all the best credit cards. So take it from me that not only has pretty good credit, but has gotten some of the best credit cards and have worked on thousands and thousands of files and has made thousands of videos. So as I was saying, this might sound harsh, but if you're open to change, if you're open to have the courage inside of you to realize that you do not know what you're doing and you will make the situation worse if you try to even attempt to accomplish what others have set out their destiny to be and put the time and years of work inside of an industry. And that's something that I don't share with you to toot my horn or sound arrogant or brag, but you better be sure to work with someone that is very competent, confident, and has a track record of success. So with that being said, I highly recommend that you guys do the proper research when trying to work with someone. And I wouldn't recommend that you do it on your own. In fact, you don't even have to work with me. But if there is someone that exists, which I highly doubt there is because there's so many fakes online, things pop up on my feed, clients share. I mean, even if I were to turn off my YouTube and never go on it again, there will still be people messaging me, text message, emails, sharing this with me, sharing that with me, because honestly, I've gotten too far in this industry. I've gotten so far in this industry, I really don't think I can get out. I'm literally just buried deep into this industry, above my head, underwater. And even if I were to turn off my YouTube, turn off my website, people still know my name, people still know what I do, and they will continue to ask me for help because somewhere, someone is going to call me and ask me if I can fix